Good morning. Welcome to Spiritual Cafe. My name is Justin Arbuthnot. If you get a moment, look at the person across from you, and please notice that is spirit in action and reality. I'm here to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma, those in person and those online. We are so glad you are here with us today. Our musicians today are Benny here? No. It's not Benny today. But our special guest is LaVon Hardison with Eugene and Pete Beresford on percussion. Our speaker today is a guest speaker. Oh no, you're not. Our senior minister, Reverend Drew Ebersole. Let's take a moment to recognize all the wonderful souls who are helping to put the service today. India Coy Grace, Ronald Edens, Gary Wade, Angela O'Connor, Suzanne Frazier, Sherry Gilliard, Rose Palmer, Taylor Webb, me, Gloria Morris, and Tracy Klein. We are definitely grateful for each of you. All right, please see your program for announcements for important information about all the fantastic things here at Centers for Spiritual Living Tacoma. And for folks joining us online, please visit our website at csltacoma.org and explore the heading, What We're Up To. Practitioners will be in the back of the room after service holding a prayer circle. Please join them if you have any need for prayer. If you're new today and are comfortable raising your hand, please raise your hand and say hello, hello. All right, okay, great. Gloria, can we hand a welcome packet? Gloria, can we hand a welcome packet right there? Gloria, can we hand a welcome packet to her over here? Thank you. Keep your hand up so we can hand you your welcome packet. Inside this packet is a Staying Connected card, and we invite you to fill out this card and place it in the offertory later in the service. We also invite you to join us after service for refreshments and authentic connections, which we're actually having now. Just so you know, there is no table service this morning. But we'll still accept tips. The Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma is a peaceful, loving, and joyful spiritual community connected through a shared set of values, principles, and practices. We awaken and embody an understanding of our oneness with Source and all of life. We are committed to individual transformation, healthy relationships, and being a beneficial presence in our community and the planet. Our vision is to create a world that is thriving in harmony. Your presence makes a positive difference, and you are most welcomed here. And now it's time for a minister's moment with Reverend Drew Ebersole.
So good morning. When I say achoo, you say God bless you. Achoo! Okay, that's contagion right there. See, you're smiling. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about that. So welcome to our Spiritual Cafe. This is a design from, we did bingo, and we decided we'd leave it up to test it out a little bit. If you want to, you can turn your chair facing a little bit so you don't have to feel like you have to turn. So that's how we often do in events, is kind of turn our chair around. But if you're comfortable leaning, you can, so it's up to you. But the idea is to really create something different. We are constantly looking for something new. So I know LaVon has a little story she's going to share about it as well. But this is our Spiritual Cafe. This is our chance to connect, have coffee, connect on a deep level. And I'll talk about this in the talk this morning, but really what this is about is not any kind of vacation from our problems or situations in the world which are huge. We all know, we feel them. It's about connecting in through that and finding a way to elevate who we are. And that's what we're doing here this morning, is elevating who we are, what we can be as a human race. What you're doing is very important work this morning. So as you're approaching this morning, listening to music, enjoying it, know that you're also living into a purpose that you have been called to by arriving here this morning. And that purpose is to help our planet heal and become better and understand what the power of love truly is, because that's what makes the world thrive in harmony. So beautifully done, okay? All right, a couple more announcements. So bingo was a success. We're going to keep doing it. It's got to grow. We need more people. We'd love for you to come. It was a blast. Everyone who was at bingo, raise their hands. Awesome. Everyone who won at bingo. Was any winners here? Yeah, see, Eris won. Ken? Now, Ken won twice, and he's the treasurer, so we're looking into that a little bit. Things that make you go, right? You know? No, it was wonderful. It's good. Perfect. And but it was beautiful, and we want more of you next time. And we want to thank Tracy and her support friend George for calling the numbers, and all the 18 people. Can the abundance team people just stand up and get a round of applause? Joe, you were there. I know Ronald helped out. Brian helped move. So, and Leslie Willis, I'm going to ask her to come up now too. She's our director of operations if you don't know her. She is a Wonder Woman. She does tremendous things for our center, and we just love her. And she's going to talk about Food for the Soul this morning right now. Welcome, Leslie.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So we've been collecting Food for the Soul host an event forms for about a month, and today is the last day to submit your idea to host an event. If you don't have all the details together, that's okay. We just need to get it started and get it on the calendar. Tracy's not here today, but you are welcome to come see me, and I will have the forms if you have an idea for an event. Moving on, next week is our first Sunday potluck, and the theme is Cinco de Mayo. Yay! So bring a Cinco de Mayo dish and celebrate May next Sunday. And we won't be kicking off Food for the Soul bidding until May 10th. So we'll have a lot of stuff ready for you to take home and look at, but we won't be starting the bidding until May 10th. So, okay, thank you.
Thanks.
On with the show. Woo!
Okay, on May 10th, we're having a very special service. The teens are taking over the service again. And our teens do a fabulous job, and they're going to do something very powerful with Rose and Taylor downstairs. So come see them and support them. It's a sense of real hope and beauty for the future. And it makes us all feel like, yes, we can do this. We can do this. We have this together. So come and enjoy and experience a wonderful day. There's also a tea that's going to be hosted afterwards for Mother's Day. So come and enjoy that. And when we say Mother's Day, we don't mean just biological parents at all. That's not what just being a mother is. It's about the sense of the mothering, maternal energy, or that sense of femininity in all of us, which is powerful. I mean, I am a proud display of femininity right now. In my soul, and I mean that, honestly. It is so good to have, man. That is a superpower to have that. It's a superpower to blend those two. So Mother's Day is about recognizing that power in all of us together. So everyone's welcome to that tea. And that's how we create a world that works for everyone too. So please mark that, May 10th. Tea, teens, and Mother's Day, okay? So speaking of really consciously creating what we want, contagiously, emotionally, energetically, let's take a second and really feel into the people in our world right now, in our community, that are suffering, that are feeling loss or feeling pain, or feeling disenfranchised, or feeling the senses of injustice, or they're scared or anxious, because that's very real. And none of what we do here is about ignoring any of that. All of what we do here is moving through that, not getting disempowered by that, but letting that empower us in a sense that we feel like we can move and we're called. But let's remember all those that maybe not have a community like us and need it. And a sense for world peace, because we've got to hold that vision together for it to ever come to life. So for those who are suffering, and for our sense of being in world peace, let's just take a few minutes, visualize, imagine, and feel it together. Thank you. Remember, we are the antidote to division and isolation. And that's real. Excellent. Thank you. Speaking of another contagion, gratitude is absolutely contagious. I mean, it is airborne, it is waterborne, it is bloodborne, it is every kind of borne. It will get into your soul and make you feel alive in the present moment. So breathe it in. If you feel called to, and because we have a table to write on today, which is really cool, take a gratitude out of the back of your chair pocket or the chair pocket across to you if you want to. And when we're done, or as you're hearing these, write your own gratitude down and put it in the collection plate. That's how we get them. You write them, I read them, we feel them. Let's do it. So take these in because these gratitudes are your gratitudes, okay? Family connection, a higher power, this spiritual center, and new friends. I am able to draw money from my retirement account. That's what I'm saying. Embracing my femininity. Who wrote that? I didn't write that. That's awesome. Feeling safe and soft again. Feeling safe and soft again. The spring blooms all around and feeling the renewal, the connection at CSL and making new friends. Support from family, friends through a difficult time, and the air smells like flowers. See, you can hold those together. Difficult smells like flowers. They can live in harmony together. Loving community, being happy, healthy, and whole. My loving community that helps me so much. The CSL community, friends and family, to continue my support and grow my life again. 80s pop music. Dancing with myself, LaVon was singing that earlier. I was like, wow, she can do it. She's a chameleon. She can do it all. My community that supports me in creating new hope. Loving and supportive friends and family. Breathe that in for a minute. Let that be our reality right there. Thank you. As we center in this song, listen and take it in and prepare for a service of joy.
you. Boy, was that delightful. That's contagion, right there.
Yeah.
How does your heart feel? How did your heart feel while you were listening to that? How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? It brings all of us into the same space, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Every iota, every little tiny part of us is brought into that God space when we are gifted with that kind of magic. Anyway, I loved it. So now, if you choose to close your eyes and just go to that place where Spirit absolutely dwells within you. Absolutely dwells within you and experiences all that emotion. You can feel it, the thickening of your throat, that you're maybe get up tears, that you feel expansive inside. Those kinds of contagious feelings are just lovely. Maybe it's taking the hand of a toddler, that sweet, soft touch, or just a glance from a good friend, a supportive pat on your shoulder, laughing at a joke, eating a marvelous meal. All of that, although physical, is sensory, is emotional, and evokes lovely feelings. That isn't to say that some things that are contagious aren't lovely, but when we have this absolute belief, this deep knowing that Spirit indwells us, it matters not. Because we're like the water that just fills in around the rocks. It doesn't matter what's there. The water just embraces it. And that's how we do know the truth of our being. That we can make the hard places soft by responding with these beautiful emotions that we are gifted with, that we are gifted with to share with each other, to lift up, to give rise. I know that this morning, on this beautiful, sunny, beautiful morning, that I feel that joy. The sun is contagious. And so just now, right now, I just am grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. And I just say thank you, sweet Spirit. And so it is.
So good morning, everyone. I kind of feel like I'm at a club. Good morning, everyone. I hope your waiter is treating you well. Sirloin tips for $5.99. But actually, Reverend Tree was talking about the setup. And I had the opportunity to be in Wales a couple of years ago. And there was an incredibly old church. I mean, incredibly old. One of those 200-year-old gargoyles and everything going on there. And they would have it set up like this. They had, and I believe it was a Catholic church. And so, the Eucharist was up front, but they had tables like this where people could come in, and they would serve soup and coffee in the back, where people could just come in and kind of hang out, listen to what feeds you, and then you could go off on your way. And they had like books and things so you could like study or just read while you were there. And if something kind of seeped in, that would work too. So it kind of reminded me of that. I'm kind of curious where y'all go with this. I see big pieces of butcher paper where you can draw and write notes for yourselves, So anyway, yeah. world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hills high enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not for some, but for everyone. We don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, this is all if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another war. There is peace and joy enough to unfold. There is prosperity and health and nowness and newness and truth that's ready to grow. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but just for
Okay, thank you. One is from Mark Nepo, and he says, "Wrapped within young leaves is the sound of water that will nourish them once they have opened. It's already there, like love, prompting them to unfold and grow. To believe that this is possible requires a faith in currents larger than any one mind can envision. But that is not such a difficult thing to accept, for as dust owes its path to wind, we human beings are asked to acknowledge that something larger encircles us and prompts us forward. There is a gravity of spirit that pulls the essence of who we are into being. Our job, like all our sister creatures, is to find the abundance of air and water and light to unfold what is already within the leaf." And this is from an author unknown. "Emotions are more contagious than any virus. You can catch them through stories without any human contact." And from Marianne Moore, "As a contagion of sickness makes sickness a contagion of trust can make trust." Thank you.
Can you feel that? You just caught a warm. You've heard of catching a cold. You just caught a warm. You just caught a hot right there. You just caught heat. Do you feel how contagious that is? You sense that's the possibility we're living into right now? Bless you. Bless you for making us all infected with that love and imagination. Thank you again. Look at that. So, you know what? You've been infected. That's what we're talking about today. Something we often kind of know, tinker around, but don't really consider that the power of it can change our universe. It can shape the very nature of our world. And the irony was, as I was bringing this talk on emotional contagion, I got sick this week. As you can probably hear, I got a little cold. And I was not feeling well. And my wife and I had kind of like battling contagions going on emotionally. She was doing her best to care for me. Honey, take a seat. Can I do for you? And like most men, I was just a big old baby. I don't know. I don't know what I want. Why are we like that? Why are you can't understand? I'm usually strong and courageous, but in this thing I'm like huge, like where? But she was so good, and she's tried to keep. But the contagion of my sickness was a little stronger than her will to manage the whole household and our son and everything. If you know Tracy, she's amazing, and I love her so much, and I don't want to brag about her all the time, but I have to occasionally because she's a woman. Imagine my life without her, and I'm so blessed to be with her. And so eventually my contagion won, and she started getting a little thirsty with me too. And kind of saying, well, what do you want? If I didn't know what I wanted. Yeah. Oh, my mic's not on? Hello?
The light's out.
Oh. The light's on? You're just hearing me. Should I do this for our online viewers? All right, hang on. It's okay. I'll just use this. How's that? Is that a little better? Okay, I'm going to take the lapel off then. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. And you can probably turn it down a little bit. It's a little hot. That's good. So my contagion won. And, bless her soul. She was, trying, and it was working. And then my fever broke. And I woke up the next morning, and I started to be a little more myself. And it was phenomenal how the contagion of that little sense of spark, connection, or hope caught immediately with her. And she came right back. And was so good and patient. And we had a delightful morning, and we walked out in the neighborhood just a little bit, and we sat down on a little bench near our home, near the woods, and we saw the flowers, and we heard the delicious sound of birds singing. And a bird lit up on a bush right near us, maybe 10 feet away, and opened its little mouth and let out this beautiful song. And both of us were like, wow. We caught something different in that moment. And in that moment, all the fear and anxiety flooded out, and all the hope and the joy flooded in. And it was very apparent in that moment how good we felt and how contagious it is amongst all of us. So, emotional contagion, I thought of this, is maybe one of the most important things we can focus on. What are we spreading? What are we catching? And how are we doing it? So there's two good videos I found, very short. They're only about 2.5 minutes each. And we're going to cue them up. And the first one's kind of an overview of what emotional contagion is so we can just understand a little bit more from a scientific sense. Because spirit and science are one. We believe that. I'm a scientist. I like to look at things. I know Ronald's a big scientist. He keeps me honest on my science a lot. He's good about that. But we know that they're one, and so this is spirituality in a sense of everything that we know. So if we have that first video ready, do we have it ready yet? Let's take a look at it and listen to see what they have to say.
Ever been around someone who's so upbeat you start feeling happier yourself? Or maybe you've been near someone who's so stressed that you start feeling anxious too. That's called emotional contagion. It's like catching a cold, but for feelings. Emotional contagion is the phenomenon where one person's emotions and related behaviors can spread quickly to another person. This doesn't just happen with people you know well, like friends or family. It can happen with strangers in a bus, a store, or even in a work meeting. It's like your feelings have the power to infect people around you. So how does this work? Researchers believe it's a mix of many things: body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and even the words we use. When you see someone smiling, your brain automatically makes you feel happier. Similarly, hearing a sad tone can bring down your mood. It's almost like your brain has a natural mirror that reflects other people's feelings onto you. Why is this important? Well, emotional contagion affects many areas of life. In the workplace, a positive or negative leader can set the tone for the whole team. Imagine a boss who's always stressed. That stress can spread to the employees, affecting productivity and well-being. On the flip side, a happy and positive leader can uplift an entire team. It's not just about work, though. Emotional contagion affects relationships too. If your friend is going through a tough time, understanding emotional contagion can help you be more empathetic. You'll understand why you might feel down around them and can take steps to protect your own emotional health while supporting them. But remember, you're not just on the receiving end, you're also contagious. Being aware of your own emotions and how you express them can make a big difference in the vibes you spread. If you walk into a room smiling, you're likely to get smiles back. And who knows, you might just make someone's day better. So the next time you find yourself feeling suddenly emotional, consider the people around you. Understanding emotional contagion can help you be more in tune with your feelings and those of others. It's a powerful tool for personal growth and for improving your interactions every single day.
The thing we to remember there is we are examples as leaders in our community for being conscious of how we're spreading that emotional pathogen, whatever it might be, right? An emotional contagion. So when you heard that thing with the boss, that's the number one reason that people stay at or leave a job in the world. That's it. Not the money, not the cause of the company, it's the boss. That's what we're doing that's working here. When you come in here, there's not a Pollyanna, happy-clappy way of just being. It's authentic, it's deep, it's rich. We are connecting on a level that shows you that we are here for you, we've got your back, whatever you're going through, bring it. And this is not about just joy. It's about compassion and feeling in pain. Because here's something else that's contagious. When someone comes in, they're hurting, and they come to me, and they share, and they spill their guts, and they tell me that they don't know if they can go on, and they don't want to, live, and I just sit with them, the pure elation of walking through that pain with them is indescribably beautiful. Compassion doesn't mean you have to feel bad. It means you get to feel with to the point of uplifting yourself to a new level of consciousness. That's what it's about. You're changing your consciousness through every emotional connection that you're having. You're using it all as spiritual practice. That's what's cool about it. It's not bypassing anything. It's going right to the source of it and being courageous and saying, let's go. I'm here. And then the other layers, the music. We heard two great songs today that did two beautiful jobs. What the world needs now is Love, Sweet Love, which is very uplifting and energizing. and imagine, which challenged us something deeply, but look at the result was the same. It raised our consciousness. That's what it's about. Emotions are a window to our consciousness. They're a way to see into how we're really feeling. So let's take a look at the second video, because I want to have this come and be aware of how we're all connected. Here we go.
In which we're all invisibly connected to each other.
I'll tell you how we first started to come across the notion of contagion.
This is Dick Rapson. He and his wife and colleague, Elaine Hatfield, are psychological researchers from the University of Hawaii.
We were therapists for a while, for about 15 years, and we remember a client who came in who was very animated. She was talking very quickly and energetically, but I found I started to yawn, and Elaine started to yawn. I wasn't tired at all. So why were we yawning? And what we think was going on is that we were picking up, underneath her cascade of words, depression.
That was their idea, that the depression was somehow being telegraphed to them non-verbally. So they looked into it and found out that indeed, emotions leak out a person's face in these very measurable, consistent ways called micro-expressions.
Split-second expressions of fear,
Grief,
shame,
joy,
sadness.
What Dick and Elaine then added to the equation after years of research is that one way we might contract these emotions is through that same old dance. Because our faces, unbeknownst to us, actually imitate the tiny micro-expressions we see on other people, our eyebrows bound in synchrony with someone else's surprise, or droop with someone else's sadness. The strange result is that the corresponding emotion is produced inside us.
That's right.
Because, as has now been well documented, one of the ways that emotions are produced is from the outside in.
We get real pale little reflections of what others are thinking and feeling.
And for Dick and Elaine, the result of this realization, of learning about hundreds of experiments in which we so readily contract each other's emotions and thoughts and breath, is that even though you walk around thinking of yourself as an individual,
that we're each individual entities who live in our own universe and control our own universe. I think that's a delusion. Would you agree with that, Elaine?
Yes, I would. We're going to slip in to being like the company we keep.
it's like without quite being aware of it, we are all one organism. A heaving, swirling organism contracting the feelings and thoughts of the people around us.
Do you sense that? Take a deep breath in right now. When we say we're one, that's what we mean. It doesn't mean that we are not a part of, but we are not separate from that in any way. And part of the reason what we're doing here, we believe, is a role model for healing the world. It's an example of how to create a connected community that thrives in harmony. It's what Ty's doing in the national level. It's what our friend from Portland is up here visiting, Kathy, correct? It's what we're all working for together, is a world that works for everyone, thriving in harmony. Those aren't just words, those are realizations of the consciousness that we want to create in our universe today. By you being here, you're creating it today. You're doing good work and having fun at the same time today. When you go out in that world, you're spreading more of it. It's unconsciously through energy, subconsciously through a universal field, and consciously through your actions, words, and deeds every day. Take another deep breath in. Think of the power of that. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't feel bad or sad or angry or upset. It means that we don't stay there, that we work through them consistently. Why is this so important? Because it's how we evolve as a human race. It's the world of possibility that we open up to, right? So some of you know this and some of you don't. And I could go on this another story about me another time. I've overcome a brain tumor through this exact thinking. And I shared the emotional contagion with my doctors and nurses a lot. They'd walk into my hospital room, and I'd be ready for them, and I'd be like, let's go, let's go. And their energy shifted immediately, and they gave me really good care, and they really listened to me, and they really helped me, and we built this sense of rapport and joy, and they felt honored and valued, and I felt uplifted, and suddenly, where I couldn't walk, I was starting to walk again and feel good, and they were around to the point where when I actually walked fully around, they all stood up in this room full of physical therapists, 20 of them, and applauded. They gave me a standing ovation because I could walk around the room. We were sharing an emotional contagion of success and joy and well-being and hope. And that's what you could do every day of your life. My son had the same thing happen. We eliminate the idea that we can't do something or it's not possible or we get lost in this division and anger. I'm really just like, we got to move past it. We got to move through it. We got to stand up to it, but we got to move with it, through it, past it, and evolve it together. Because it's just like this. When the doctors came into my son after he had his tricep muscle separated in a snowboarding accident, he couldn't move his arm. And they thought he might never recover again. And so surgery was terrible, and many of you have heard this story, but he almost died on the operating table. It was hugely traumatic for CJ and I. We couldn't believe it. We had to just pull it together through all that. But the point of the story for this is that when the doctors came in after this enormous surgery of trying to patch together his arm, they would come up to me one by one and say, he probably won't ever recover fully. He probably won't be able to use his right arm, which is tough for a 16-year-old kid. And I told them, that's all well and good that you think that, but you are not going to tell him that. Yeah, I'm going to hold that. And I will hold the responsibility if he doesn't to help him walk through that. But I'm going to know for him absolute and complete recovery and well-being. And what you're going to say to him is you're going to fully recover. And we created an acronym called CHASTE, purity of thought, CHASTE, purity of thought, complete healing and stronger than ever. Complete healing and stronger than ever. And he and I would say it and say it and say it, and we walked through physical therapy, and we walked through the cast, and we walked through everything. And 9 months later, we're at the YMCA, and he is at the bench press machine at about 160 pounds, and he's going, and he puts the bar back, and he looks at me, and I'm sobbing. I'm sobbing because my son was stronger than ever. That's why. And it's about the realization that when you catch that contagion of belief and possibility, you can do so much more than you ever thought possible. And when we have the contagion through doom scrolling and other things that it's all awful, it's all a nightmare, it's all the end, it's all terrible, then we feel desperate. Why? Because it's contagious. It's very contagious. And did you know it's harder to catch a contagion of joy than it is to catch a contagion of fear? It's easier to catch fear. And it's harder to catch that sense of peace and joy. So we have to be even more diligent about giving and receiving. We'll talk about how in a minute, but I just wanted to offer that that's really a big deal. The other ways, and of course, now I love Max. He's stronger than me. He can push me all around the room. Not fair that your 17-year-old kid's much stronger than you. He's like, out of the way, Dad. I'm like, easy there. That wasn't supposed to happen yet. I'm super glad. I couldn't be happier. They did a study where they had 3 people into a meeting room. And of all 3 people, one of them was told to be dominant with an emotional state. And in that emotional state, the dominant person made the other 2 people feel exactly the same. And every single time, they all left with the same emotion as the dominant person. That should tell you that when you consciously go in and offer yourself, be very aware of how you're showing up, because it's not just what you're thinking and feeling, it's what you're sharing and spreading and creating in the world. Now again, if you're thinking, do I have to be happy? That's not it. Authenticity is one of the most contagious and beautiful things you can pass. Connection, being real, listening, opening up. From there, joy sprouts naturally. That's the soil that plants, we can plant anything. When we listen, when we're there, when I'm here with anyone. It's beautiful. According to Psychology Today, it is an effective public health approach to violence reduction. It's an effective public health approach to violence reduction. When I've worked in my career with some people that were had criminal past, it became very obvious to me that what they needed most was compassion in that moment. And that tough exterior that feels like it can be contagious would melt almost every time when you broke through that compassion and they came forward with their full and open hearts. They were like, thank you for caring about me. No one's ever cared about me in my life. Can you imagine feeling that way? No one's ever cared about you? So it's really cool, isn't it? It's really cool that we can change a life by changing what we're spreading and changing what we can maybe be catching. So how do we do this? How do we do this? Well, it's not about being Pollyanna. It's about listening to what the most dominant emotion is, okay? And if we listen to it, we don't have to succumb to it if we're careful and we choose. So we don't need to fix, we just need to offer presence. So the first thing you can do is create awareness. You're gonna be very astutely aware of what your emotional situation is with any situation that you're in. You're gonna be acutely aware of what you're thinking in that moment, and you're gonna be conscious that that's all transmutable, okay? And you can work with anything. So you're gonna stay away from things like gossip and things that might hurt other people, because all those are toxic. They're contagious and they're toxic, they're not healthy. You're gonna stay away from complaining a lot about the way something is, but you're gonna lean into helping consistently and showing up, okay? So that's very important, because how we stay diligent becomes how we either fall into or out of any situation. So when I said earlier about the way we connect, when someone's in pain, we listen to them and we offer our sense of presence with them. By doing that, and by realizing in that moment with very clear awareness, I don't have to back up or lean into whatever they're offering. I can just be with them, holding that place of purely good compassion. And when I do, what happens is they want to come out to that place. If I can stay there, it's very important. So compassion and caring and being present with them is critical. So I'm listening to you, I'm loving you, I'm not fixing you. I'm right here with you. What do you need? What's on your mind? They unload, you let it go. You say, that affected me deeply. I'm glad you told me. And right there, almost always, they start to ease and break. And now you've shifted the contagion. And now they're catching what you have. You've masked up in a way. You've taken your little airborne You're emotionally airborne, right? You've inoculated yourself. For those of us who still believe vaccines are okay, all right? And we like them. They're good. They can help. And so you've inoculated yourself. And whatever it is, I'm joking about that too. But the sense is you've allowed yourself not to fall into that, and you've listened to them. And now you're getting a chance for them to catch what you have, which is a sense of well-being and goodness in that moment. We're going to practice something else real quick here. I want you just to see the kind of fast way and a longer way that can work a little bit. So wherever you are, I want you to grab a partner. If there's a partner across the table or right near you, just make sure we're all paired up. Does everyone feel good? We have a partner? All right. And you're not going to share any personal information, so don't worry. It's just a little experiment. All right. Everybody's good? Oh, and I think there's a threesome there if you want to, one of you want to go with the pair up. That'd be good. Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh, we need one more? Angelina, can you pop out of consciousness and partner up with Aaron? I think it is. Thank you. We call Angelina, come back, come back. She sits up there, meditates, and holds this place in a high watch. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Pick a person A, pick a person B. We're saying who's B? Okay. Now, without saying anything, just this is a silent exercise. Person A, in a minute, is going to smile, and person B is going to try to not smile when they smile at them, okay? So take a breath, and when you're ready, person A smiles, and person B tries not to smile. Okay, go. All right. Who smiled almost instantaneously when it happened? Who was able to hold out for a little bit? Okay. Well, that's true. About 98% of people have to smile in response. Even when they're told not to smile and they try not to smile, that's how instantaneous that contagion spreads between people. And that is about a sense of, and you'll notice this when you go around town and you start waving at people, they'll just wave back at you. They don't know what they're doing. Just like their hand just goes up automatically, like, okay, hey. That's the contagion. That's the sense of what we have. Now, with your same partner, I want you to feel a little even bit longer way of doing it, and that's going to share a gratitude. So something in your life that you're really grateful for, and just a quick reason why it makes you grateful. Like I often share the example of when Max was in kindergarten, and we dropped him off. Now, he was really good, and he loved to go to school. He was like, yeah, school. And I was like, okay, see ya. And one day he was like, wait, Dad. And I was like, yeah. He's like, one more hug? Now, that's the what. Here's the why and the how. When he leaned over, he said, I love you. I love you. I said, oh, I love you too, buddy. And I left, and I could have floated out of that building. That was a gift that day. Now, do you see what happened when I said the what? And how it just deepened when I said the how or the why? So with your partner, I want you to offer a little what you're grateful for and offer a little how or why. So let's take just a minute or two and do this together. You choose. You're going to go both ways. I'm sorry, you're going to do it, and then you're going to switch, and the other person does it. So you're both going to do it. Go. All right, make sure you switch partners if you haven't yet. Switch partners. Okay, so let's come back. Let's slowly come back. All right, take a deep breath in and just notice how you feel. You've just elevated your consciousness. You've just created immense potential in your existence by doing that in this moment. Right? That's another powerful tool. A smile, compassion, listening, a sense of gratitude, presence. Again, it's not either or. It can be through pain and joy. It can be through grief. It can be through wonder. It's that contagion. So now what we're going to do is take it one more level. We've done that intimate nonverbal. We've done the sense of connecting. And we're just going to connect with our broader sense of those around us and hug and high five. And if someone says, I love you, it's like a sneeze. I love you. God bless you. You can say that. I love you. God bless you. No, but really, just connect and realize how good it is what you're doing, how important it is that you're here, and how meaningful it is to be here together with other beautiful souls. See each other for a minute, connect with each other, and share that love. Okay, so let's come back. Let's come back. Really love you, you know that. Really appreciate you very much for who you are. Come on back. How do you feel now? We can take on the world from here. All right, deep breath in again. There it is. 3 simple ways to spread the contagion. of absolute caring and compassion. So I want to kind of wrap it up with the sense of a story that I think still pertains really beautifully to today, and that is through Viktor Frankl's work in the concentration camps. And I think it's especially pertinent to now's time as well, so that we can see that a sense of hope and joy are not extinguished by the external contagion. They can be ignited by it. And it is essential to hold on to those things, no matter what your perspective, because that's how universally you heard, we are one people. So as you know, Viktor Frankl was in the concentration camps, and what he determined that he would do is not fall into the contagion of the Nazi fear and the bullying and the shame and the anger and the hatred and the fear, which it all is, as many did. And you can understand them. You can't fault them. I mean, I don't know how to respond to that kind of situation. That's just unimaginable. But he held a sense of hope. He held a sense of possibility. He held a remembrance of what it was to be a spiritual being in human form. And that is to connect with a sense of love and hope and meaning. And so he was sitting there with his people, trying to play games and trying to connect. The contagion caught with many of them, and they were alive with that hope. So much so that he was in the yard with a little girl, making doll faces out of the dirt and the sticks, and painting a smile on that face with his finger, and watching her smile and say, thank you. I now believe we can do it. He knew he was onto something universally powerful. So with your finger, paint that smile from the heart. Paint that authentic love. Paint that deep compassion for where people are hurting. Stand up for what you believe in. Being here is not a spiritual spa or vacation. It's leaning into it with courage and strength and compassion and saying, this shall not reduce our joy. This shall increase our ability to love profoundly forever. You are profoundly love embodied forever. Ignite that and live into your true potential. I love you. Let's catch a warm together. Bless you. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get a chance to share our abundance and let that be contagious. We can all be abundant together. Let's have our greeters come forward and we'll pass the plate. As the plate goes by you, make sure you infect it with something good. Share the blessing of love within that. Let us all feel it together. Make sure that others catch a warm. Catch a warm, right? We're going to catch that. We're going to catch that warmth today. And then we'll say our blessing together, and then we'll listen to the incredible piano musings of Eugene. All right, ready? Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. With eternal gratitude, so it is. So we thank you for your generosity and kindness, and we spread this to the world this way. Let's do it together. Thank you and blessings.
So now if you choose to close your eyes once again and go to that place where you feel your heart expand with this experience today. Know that we are benefactors of all this good. Know that we can give it without a thought, without much of any effort at all. We can give that same contagion. We hear it in the music. I'm so grateful for the music today. So grateful for the words of Drew today. So grateful for all of you. And I know that you all feel the same thing. I know that you've all felt that in some way, that beautiful, contagious love that we all have. We all have that we can hold on to or just freely give it away. Freely give it away. Because that's kind of what we're supposed to do. The more we give it away, the more we get in return. The more we touch another heart, the more our heart expands. The more love we have in our lives, the more able we are to just love everyone we come in contact with. A while ago, Drew said, this is probably 2 years ago, he was talking about his dad. And he said, my dad told me one of the most important things in my life, and that is love the person in front of you. Love the person in front of you. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. And I know that with this particular philosophy that we believe in the oneness of all things, we believe in the oneness of all people, that it's the most valuable thing. Wave at that person on the street. Tell that lady, God, you look gorgeous today. Tell like that little kid, I think you're the smartest little boy I've ever seen. Just give it away and see how they move away from you. They move away with a happier heart. They move away knowing somebody noticed, paid attention to their grandness. So I'm just grateful for all of this today. I'm so grateful for all of this today. And I just release this into the place of knowing, of absolute knowing. Knowing deep in our hearts that we are all good all the time. And I just say thank you, sweet spirit. And so it is.
I love that. My mind was, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I send my love
spread love, peace, and joy fearlessly. Let's go!